The voice below. I worked the night shift on an oil rig deep in the Gulf, so far from shore that all you could see was black ocean in every direction. Around midnight, a storm rolled in. The wind screamed through the steel framework and rain hammered the platform. Then, the power suddenly failed. Everything went dark. A few seconds later, the emergency lights flickered on. One of our crew members, Jake, was gone. We searched the rig, calling his name, but there was no sign of him. Then, the radio crackled to life. "Help! I'm below the platform." My blood ran cold. There was nothing below us except freezing water and hundreds of feet of open ocean. A searchlight swept across the waves. Something was clinging to one of the support beams. At first, it looked like a man. Then, it moved. Its arms and legs were impossibly long, wrapped around the steel like a spider. Pale skin stretched over its body, and dozens of eyes blinked open across its chest and neck. The radio crackled again. "Please, help me!" The creature opened its mouth. Jake's voice came out. One worker stepped closer to the railing. The thing lunged. A long arm shot upward and grabbed him. There was a scream, a wet crack, and blood sprayed across the deck before he disappeared into the darkness below. We barricaded ourselves in the control room. All night, we heard something crawling across the outside of the rig. Sometimes it scratched at the walls. Sometimes it whispered in Jake's voice. "Let me in." When dawn finally came, the storm was gone. So was the creature. But written across a steel wall in fresh blood were 4 words. "I know all of you."